wanted to, I really wanted to work with Joe, but I really wanted to be in a film that my family could see where, I don't take my clothes off and I'm not getting horribly abused by someone. And I grew up loving fairy tales and loving Peter Pan, and yeah, it was just, getting to go to work every day and not take yourself so seriously, and to just sort of like play make-believe. It was something really different for me, but I just felt it was something I really needed and wanted to do.
I'm in complete agreement. I never sort of foreseen myself being in a film like this until I met with Joe, and some material we focused on was a little bit more on the evil side of Hook, and the sort of version of Hook that everybody sort of knows and loves, and it was quite dark material and goofy or could just be quite dark, and Joe kept asking me to sort of be goofier with it, and goofier, give like a maniacal giggle or stuff like that, and stuff that's kind of always breaking me through this barrier. We always sort of think people are watching us all the time, and we resist and hold back a little bit, and Joe wants the exact opposite of that. And I hadn't done a film like that before, really, and to always be sort of asked to sort of be bigger and larger than life, and we just after each sort of take of exercising some of these aspects, we just kept dying laughing in this room together, and I think our laughs were as maniacal as he would ask me to do within the scene. And I thought, man, wouldn't this be great? Just like Rooney, from having done films that were of darker matter, and you find yourself sitting in the trailer and you're stressing, you're not sleeping, you're not eating, and this just seemed like, why not have an experience where we could film a film and just have so much fun, and I think our souls need that, and it's refreshing, and yeah, it's an experience I've never had before, and especially, we have long days, and there's, these massive sets where they were built in these Cardington stages where they made like the Zeppelin and stuff, so the space offered, this same sort of attitude, and you got to see all these kids' faces just light up when they stepped on set, and 200 extras dressed up as natives come onto set and make this their home, and you see them start loosening up, and Joe would start playing music in between all the takes, and a lot of the crew members he'd worked with before, and they were all familiar with this and knew the groove and got into it immediately, and everybody started to loosen up and repeat, and all of a sudden there'd be 300 people dancing in the native village in between takes while the lighting was being set or cables were being rigged, and you're like, see, this is what we do this for.
You?
Yeah, no, I'm glad you said that, because I was sitting here thinking it didn't feel as pressured as a lot of these big movies often feel. And of course there's pressure, we're all grown-ups, we all understand, even you, Levi, grown-up, we all understand pressure, and it's a lot of money, and it's a very beloved sort of world, that it's coming from, and I think Joe just really shouldered all that, and amazingly made all of us feel, as crew and actors, free to play. It honestly was a little resembled, I've actually never been, but I imagine what Burning Man is like. It was a little bit like that. And the other thing I want to mention is Levi, because he's amazing, and it's his first film, and if there was ever going to be pressure, imagine doing your very first film and walking into that, the biggest set that had ever been built in England. It was massive, but with Joe and Levi kind of at the helm, it was fun. It was, as Rooney said, make-believe, and it felt like that. And you couldn't act opposite Levi without being infected by that sense of, can you believe we're getting to do this? Like this sense of joy, and that's what it was. And so, I really take my hat off to these two guys, particularly Joe, who obviously must have felt a lot of pressure, but shouldered it for us.
Okay.
Hi, this question is for the filmmakers. Could you talk about how each of you have this story and this portrait of Peter Pan and these images sprung from each of your imaginations, and also perhaps your childhood memories of the story?
Well, my